On and on, I'm audible.
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Saurabh and I will be the sergeant in arms for today's meeting. I welcome you all to the 481 meeting of Eloquent Toastmaster Club, Gurgaon. Toastmaster meeting is an MRP, mission, rule, and passion. Talking about mission of our Toastmaster Club is to provide supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Now, jump on the rules. The first rule is please turn off your mobile phone or put them on silent mode. For that, I will give you 5 seconds. Time's up. The second rule is as a Toastmaster, we don't talk about sex, religion, and politics in a derogatory manner. The third rule is please do not cross talk. For online audience, please put yourself on mute. If you're not speaking, turn off your video if you are stepping out of the meeting. This would help to avoid distractions of our speaker. Let's come on the passion. Eloquent is 5th consecutive president of this club. Salute to the blood and sweat of members and EC who have worked tirelessly to make it happen. Now I am handing this stage to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Deepika. Over to you.
A big round of applause for our sergeant. So, our now second video community. Just 1 minute, we do have a guest. Before we start the meeting, we do have some guests today, and there are 2 guests who have been regular with us since last 2 weeks, I believe. And then we do have a new guest today. She is a Toastmaster and she's from TTNC. So welcome, Toastmaster Ishita. Thank you. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Just come here, Ishita. How did you hear about us? Yeah. So I joined Toastmasters 2 months back in June, and I am at level 1, project 1, project 2. And there was a session that our Toastmasters, Sanjita took it. She gave everything about that, how Toastmaster works, and everything. It was an educational session. And she told us that we have a lot of good clubs running in Gurgaon and Delhi. So it would be nice to meet new people and build that network. And also it is good to present in front of people who are new, because after some time you know each other and feel comfortable, right? To make yourself uncomfortable. That's why I'm here. And thanks to you. Thank you. Can we hear from our guest, Tarun?
So my name is Tarun, and I am the OBS of this club. And yeah, I'm from Jalandhar, and from the past 2 years I've been working in Gurgaon as a data analyst at Eloquent.
Arjun, sorry.
Okay, so this is my third meeting here, and it's been hard, it's been going great, and I really enjoyed these meetings. I'm the first year, second year student in NC.
A big round of for finding time on a Saturday morning to come and visit this club. A big thank you to all of you. So today the Toastmaster of the day is, she was an ex-president of this club, and she's basically working with the IT consultant as an investigator, and she loves to read, and she has a passion for reading and writing and exploring new ideas. When she's not solving any mysteries, you can actually find her curled up and with a good book or scribbling her notebook. So let's give a warm welcome to our Toastmaster of the day, Vidushi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dikshita. Am I perfectly audible and visible?
Yes.
All right. So once I had a fancy dress competition in my school while I was young. And for that competition, I was dressed as a Christian bride with a beautiful frock, a veil, all the accessories which were matching with my dress. And in my hands, I was holding beautiful flowers which were handmade by my cousin. And whenever I look at those pictures, whenever I go back and think of the memories or look at the pictures, I always feel how beautiful I felt within or how happy I was. But now, as a grown up, when I look at those pictures, I obviously feel of those moments, how I felt, but I also think of behind the scenes hard work. Like in this case, my mother had worked really hard to go behind the tailors, get my frock stitched, find all the accessories for me, getting me ready, making me learn the lines, my dance steps, and everything. Now, as an adult, I think of all those moments. So, good morning, my fellow Toastmasters and my dear friends. So, the theme for today is behind the scenes. And going forward in the meeting, we are going to talk about a lot of more stories in this context. So, now jumping to the structure of the meeting, I would like to explain that for the benefit of all the guests and people who are attending for the first time. So, our Toastmasters session generally is divided into three sections. First one being the prepared speeches section, the second one being the table topic section. In the table topic section, we would have a table topic master who would come on the stage and would give impromptu topics, and you will be given 1 to 2 minutes to speak on the spot. So it's the most fun session generally in our Toastmaster meeting. And the number one was prepared speeches section, where we would have a speaker who would have prepared a speech, and the respective speaker would come on the stage and present that speech. Then the third section being the evaluation section. So for every speaker, we would have an evaluator who would evaluate the speech. And for the overall meeting, we would have a general evaluator as well. So that's a person who evaluates the meeting in general, overall, basically. So that is the structure of the meeting. So before we jump to these sections and our meeting forward, I would like all of you to think of the moments where you felt that you did your best or you felt happy. So first think of the moment, and then I want you to think of behind the scenes struggle. So anyone would like to share their experience, anyone from the online audience or the offline one? I'm sure, I mean, there is a behind the scenes struggle. I would not label it as struggle. I mean, it's hard work, right? Which we do for ourselves. Like even in Toastmasters, I'm sure whoever is the speaker today, that person must have worked really hard to write the speech, then coming on stage, preparing for the speech. In fact, all the role players today would have worked really hard. So would anybody like to share any experience from personal life or from Toastmasters itself and share their behind the scene part?
I would go with Ushi if you allow.
Yeah, please.
Okay. Hi guys. Wish you very good morning. I was supposed to give a speech today, but here I am sitting at home because something transpired that I had to back out. I don't like it when that happens. Everybody knows that. But today is my backing out day. So in a way, it's okay to have once a while a cheat day as long as the cheat day is not becoming every day. What I wanted to share as an experience is that, it's been now nearly 5 years for me to join Toastmasters. And what I found is that, especially in the first year, 2 years, I used to observe, oh, that fellow is giving such a lovely speech. Oh, this lady is giving such a lovely speech. And when it comes to me, oh, I am so nervous and I'm not able to, let's say, be my own. And so many thoughts are going, half the contents are forgotten, or it didn't land the way I expected, or the time ran out. The biggest problem that I had. But I think over the period, what I realized is that some nervousness everyone has. So perhaps your inner nervousness you feel more, but what comes out or what's visible to outside world is relatively lesser. So this kind of realization helps me to be a little more calmer. So what is happening inside and what's happening behind the scenes is what is known to you, but the audience doesn't know. So as an audience, when you're observing, so you are kind of kicking yourself on the backside saying, okay, so much bad stuff is happening with me, but it happens with all, and it's not so much visible. And if you handle the behind the scene well, the front of the scene is taken care of. Back to you, Doshi.
Right. Thank you, Ashish, for sharing your experiences. And in fact, it reminded me of our conversation where I was once telling you that I was really nervous and you were mentioning it was not really visible to the audience. So it reminded me of my experiences too. So thank you for sharing that. So anyone else, anyone from the offline audience would like to share their experiences? Any of the guests can also share their experiences.
Can you just come here? Yeah.
So till my 10th, I was a very good student. But when I started my 11th, I started studying less. So almost I have passed on words, I would say. So there was in the 11th class, there was the annual function of our school. So me and my friends, we wanted to go there. So we tried to enter, but the guard stopped us. He asked that you don't have the pass to go. So we tried a second gate, third gate, and many other things so that we wanted to enter and enjoy the function. But we couldn't enter that day. But I thought that I saw that some people had the passes because I saw that they were invited because they had scored such marks that they were invited and their parents were also coming. So I decided that I would not go this way by any other means. So I decided that I would work hard and next year I would get an invite from the school. So next year I studied hard and finally I received an invite that you are invited to the annual function, you along with your parents. So it was very good moment for me. I received award on the stage and my parents were also sitting in the audience. So I worked hard and it was a good moment for me.
Sure. Thank you for sharing your experiences.
Thank you.
Anyone else would like to take up?
Okay.
Sure.
Hello everybody. So when I came in Gurgaon, one of the hardest thing for me was to crack the interviews. Somehow I got a job, but then I realized that if I want to make more money, I have to find a better opportunity. And I started giving interviews, and I started getting paid. Everyone was rejecting me. Somebody was saying you don't have confidence. And other people were saying that your communication is not good enough. So I started feeling like there's something inside of me that needs to be changed. I started learning and observing people, like how they go for the interviews. And to be honest, I worked on myself. I started making videos about how should I express myself, how should I represent myself. And if I talk about today, it's hard to say no to me when I'm in interview, and especially in sales, because I know how to convince people from my speaking ability in sales. And if I share you one experience in one interview I went, and I was pretty sure that this guy will reject me. But that day I went with a mindset that I know that this interview is the hardest interview of my life, but I will go. Not because I am going to get a job, but because I want to get a new experience. And with that experience, I entered. The guy took around 45 minutes with me. He talked so many things, he understood my psychology, and he tried to demotivate me by telling so many things that in sales it's not easy enough and so many other kind of stories. But somehow I convinced him because I was not there to give interview. I was there to play with his mind. But was I? That was the thing that I was doing. So I understood the psychology because the psychology that I used to play with customers, now I started playing with people in sales or in interview or even in the real life. When I find somebody like I need to convince someone, I use those kind of things. So to be honest, my experience is pretty good. And the question that he asked me, why should we hire you? And don't say that you are a hardworking guy and I will achieve all the targets. The moment I heard that question, I gave a smile and took a glass of water. I took a sip, and then I said, you should hire me because in the next 5 years, I will help this company to grow on the next level. And if this company is growing, I know that definitely I will growing. And nobody, other people, if you are hiring other people, they might be coming just for a salary, but I'm not here just for salary. I want to make some change. So I was using these kind of powerful words, promising statement, overcommitted statement, and then he said, yes, you are hired. But unfortunately, I could not continue that company more than 1 month because that was not my desired place. So I left it. But again, it was one of the hardest interview for me and I cracked it. Now I'm too confident about this that if I'm going in any interview, it's so easy for me. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you so much. And we'll definitely come to you before our other interviews to take tips.
So, Rishi, do we have some time?
Yes, we have time.
Yeah, please.
Thank you so much. Fortunately or unfortunately, I realized very late in my life the importance of communication. It was in 2020, during the COVID session, I would say, when I joined first Toastmaster meeting physically. It was not discussed somewhere. But it took me almost 2 years to make a decision that I have to join the Toastmasters. It was not like that. I was not working on my own. I was working up a lot of dictionary with complex words that we just spoke about it. I was, getting the English news channels and a lot of things I was doing. But the real thing was not coming out. Whenever I was on the stage, whenever I had to speak out, even though I was good in it, but it was not translating when I was communicating. When I joined this club around, I think 1.5 years back, I realized the real power, the real sense comes when you perform on the stage. No matter how much work hard you do in solos, but until a net translates into effectivity, it has very low utility. And one thing I will emphasize, and I will say it was a wise decision in this world of AI. Most of us are working the technical stuff, with the advent of AI, ChatGPT, and other large language models. Most of our stuff will be taken up by these machines and these tools in the coming times. The only skill set that we'll be having is the soft skills, your communications, your interpersonal skills, and how well you are able to interrelate with the folks. So don't think it on Saturday morning when your friends are still asleep, you're making its efforts, but it's worth spending time with. Thank you and over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anurag, for sharing your experiences. Always great to hear you. Do we have anyone else? I think we can take one more person. Anyone from online audience? I can see a hand.
It's me.
Yeah.
So, basically, I'm basically from a very small place in Assam, okay, so where there is no traffic. Yeah, so in case you have reached anywhere, so we will reach within like 5 or 7 minutes at the max, in the market. So, after my 12th, I decided to move to Delhi for my undergrads. And me and my mom and 3 of us came and we started looking for college. Back then, the internet was not that strong, so we had to move from one college to another to fill up all the applications. So we used to say, I don't remember where exactly we stayed, but we stayed in this particular guest house, and then every morning my dad would say, "Hey, this is like 5 minutes away only. This is like 5 minutes. We'll leave by like 9:30. We'll leave by like 9:45." And I'm like, "How is 5 minutes away?" Because we're not accustomed to the traffic. But then one day I still remember we were in South Delhi, and from one place to another, like some college, we had to go, and it almost took us almost an hour. Then we realized that how important the planning is, and then it's like behind the scenes. So next day we got up, like the previous night we planned, like, okay, tomorrow we are going to target these 3 places, and we have to get up at this time. We have to look at this place this time. So a lot of hard work. But then finally, I got whatever I wanted to do. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Dikshita. So moving ahead with our meeting, I would like to invite our journal evaluator, Toastmaster Kramenka, to introduce herself and her tag team. Over to you, Toastmaster Kramenka.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Kanika Verma, and today I'm playing the role of General Evaluator. So, before proceeding with my roles and responsibility, I would like to share this thoughts with mine. So, recently I decided to try something new, so I joined the dance class. I went there, had fun, and came back at home and showed the video to my husband, expecting he would appreciate me and if he would say some words which I would like to listen. But instead of appreciating me, he said to me, "Look how you are doing. Look how your dance moves, and look other people how they are doing." I got angry and I said, "Instead of saying some good words, you are just focusing on the things which is not right." All the stuff happened. Next day, again, I went in the class and I closely observed myself and realized, yes, he was right. And I also realized if he would not have told me, I would not have improved this dance moves, which I was even know like how I was doing. And that moment taught me the importance of feedback. So, my dear fellow Toastmasters, today I will help you to give constructive feedback as a general evaluator. I will help you to give feedback not alone but with my tech team. And I will also help you to know what went well in the meeting and what are the areas where we can improve. So without further ado, I would like to invite timer of the day, Toastmaster Vipanshu.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and the guests. My name is Vipanshu, and today I will be playing the role of the timer. And we all know that the time is the most precious things, and we need to conclude the meeting on time because each hour, like all of us came on this meeting so that we can give our best speeches, and it can only happen when we are using the time wisely. So I will be evaluating your time, and for that I will be having 3 cards which I will talk about. Before that, as we discussed that the meeting will be divided in 3 sections. So the first section is the prepared speech. For the prepared speech, the time will be for 5 to 7 minutes. All right. 5 will be the minimum time for the speech, and the 7 will be the time when you need to wrap up your speech. So let's introduce about the cards. Okay. So once you reach 5 minutes, I will show you the green card. When you are at 6 minutes, I will show you the yellow card. And when you will be reaching at 7 minutes, I will show you this red card. Also, you will be getting 15 seconds of grace period. That means you can use 15 seconds to wrap up your speech after completing 7 minutes. Besides that, the second section is the table topic. For the table topic, the time will be for 1 to 2 minutes. And when you will be reaching at 1 minute, I will show you the green card, which means everything is fine. You still have time. When you complete 1 minute and 30 seconds, I will show you the this yellow card. And once you complete 2 minutes, I will show you this red card, which means you need to conclude your speech ASAP. And you will be having 15 seconds of grace period. And the last section, which is speech evaluation. And for that, the timing will be for 5 to 7 minutes. And once you reach 5 minutes, I will show you the green card. Once you reach 6 minutes, I will show you the yellow card. And once you reach 7 minutes, I will show you the red card. Again, for this speech as well, you'll be getting 15 seconds of grace period. So you can conclude your speech in that time frame. And at the end of the meeting, I will come back with my timers report so that I can show the report and I can let you know how we use the time. Till then, I would like to say best of luck to all of you. I say that you should do your best and enjoy your speech. Thank you.
So now I would like to invite Toastmaster Saurabh for
Good morning to the Toastmasters and dear guests. I am accountant today. My role is pretty simple. Listen carefully and know those filler words like so, and other filler words help you to become more aware of your unnecessary filler words that you are using in your speech. Don't worry, I am not here to judge, just to help everyone become more aware and improve their speaking skills. After the meeting, I will share my detailed report to the audience, and thank you. Over to you.
would like to invite Toastmaster Ikshita, sage candidate for the year.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. My name is Ishita, and I'm your guardian for the day. My role will be to listen to the best use of language and the phrases, and also look at the grammar. By the end of the session, I will present the links and the recommendations and few improvement areas, just so that we can learn together how to improve our language. And the word of the day is serendipity, which means the occurrence of events by chance in a happy or beneficial way. For example, it was a pure serendipity that she met her childhood friend while she was traveling abroad. And the idiom of the day is throw in the towel. It means to give up or admit defeat. For example, he tried to fix his car, but finally he threw in the towel and called the mechanic. So if you are able to use these words in your speech today, in your communication, I think we'll give you a thumbs up. And if you use the idiom of the day, we'll go with this. I'll just mention it over here and you can continue.
Can someone put it in the chat box as well? The word of the day and phrase of the day.
Yeah.
You're putting it against you all for the detailed explanation of your role. Now I'll share my report with my faculty. So thank you so much. Back to you, Toastmaster, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kramenka, for sharing your introduction and your tax team as well. So moving ahead, Toastmaster Dikshita, can you help us with who is the speaker? Since I don't have the revised agenda, it's not very clear to me.
1 minute. It's the first speaker only, Vidushi.
Sorry?
The first speaker.
Yeah, we only have one speaker, right? Who is that?
Right. Prince Jindal.
Prince, okay. So before we invite Prince, I would like to call his evaluator on stage to share the speech details with us. And the evaluator is Toastmaster Nirdusha. So over to you, Toastmaster Nirdusha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vidushi. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. As like that, Toastmaster Prince Jindal, I think I pronounced his name correctly. I hope so. He is going to kickstart his journey with icebreaker speech from presentation mastery. The purpose of this project is for a member to introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. Toastmaster Prince Jindal, his title, Driven by Values, Fueled by Purpose. Driven by Values, Fueled by Purpose, Toastmaster Prince Jindal. All the best and do your best. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nirdusha. So I would like to invite Toastmaster Prince on stage. Driven by values, fueled by purpose, Toastmaster Prince, driven by values, fueled by purpose. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vidushi. So have you ever felt like that your roots shape the person you become? So have you ever felt that your roots shape the person you become? So yeah, hi, good morning. My name is Prince Jindal, and by profession I am a strategic sourcing manager, work for a company called Agilent. So I come from Karnal, which is a small town. It may be just another small town for you on the map, but for me it is just an inspiration. So this particular city is known as per Indian mythology. This particular city is the land of Danvir Khan, who is known for his charity and strength of character. In the modern era, it also gave us Kalpana Chawla, the first Indian woman who had shown the world that small city really can touch the state. So I will just talk about an incident of 2003, and it will be about Kalpana Chawla only. In 2003, when I was in grade 10, so in news broke. At that time, these private news TV channels were getting popular, and the news was the Kalpana Chawla spaceship just crashed, and suddenly our small city was on the plane. It was every kid in the household. So, so suddenly our journey just started unfolding in front of me. So a girl who basically started a journey, and she basically started a journey from our street and gone to space. And people started to gather in front of our school once we studied in. And I saw people crying for the person they had never met. And that left a very profound, profound impact on me. And I started to believe that life is not about to live long. It has to be meaningful. So, about my background, I am coming from a business family, and I have personal experience what it means to hard work, to work hard. So seeing my father working tirelessly, early morning, late nights, hardly watching his clothes. And he really worked hard and created a stable life for us. And I really admire that. But at the same time, as a son, I was missing something, which was his presence and care moment. So at that time, silently, I made a promise to myself that I will try, I will try, I will try my best to give my life to my family, the comfort, but also the time, connection, and the presence that they deserve. So, as a professional, I always try to, meet those expectations when at work. I try to, present fully. But at the same time, I always try that I provide my family my presence and the connection. So if we talk about my hobbies, so I have two passions. The one is travel and the other one is car. So when I talk about my traveling, habits, so I don't go to I don't go to the places we generally, see on the travel list. They are the opposite places like small villages, calm, hills, and local food. So these particular experiences give me peace and really perspective. So when I'm not traveling, I must be talking about my other, passion, which is car. So I find it so fascinating. I'm not talking about the speed, how fast they go, but I'm basically interested in the mechanics of it, like how these small parts, put together and make the motion. So my favorite car, it is the Land Cruiser, not the one that you see on the road, the sophisticated SUV. But I like the classic 70 model, which is rugged, timeless, and adventurous. And this is how I would like my life to be. So now I will talk about my values and beliefs. So over the past few years, so over the past few years, I have basically started to believe one thing, that there is no shortcut. So if you have to achieve something, you have to plan for it and you have to work hard to achieve that, be it health, success, or peace of mind. So, and there is one more thing, that there is a higher being which is beyond our control, which basically put the things in place. It is just your honest efforts, and you will see that things would start, falling in place. So why Toastmasters? So why I decided to join the Toastmasters? For the larger part of my life, I believe that technical skills and hard work are sufficient to achieve the success. But as I grew up and I have seen things, uh, how well you speak, how you present yourself, and how confident you are, equally matters. So that is why I joined Toastmasters, to step out of my comfort zone, to become a confident speaker, and uh, and present myself well, not just for the career, but for myself. So thank you all. Thank you all. I'm really excited to start my journey with you all. Thank you.
Great speech, Toastmaster Prince. And I must say that icebreakers are always memorable. You're always going to remember your icebreaker speech. So great, always great to hear personal stories as well. So thank you for that. Thank you for sharing with all of us. So now coming back to our theme, which is behind the scenes. So it's time for a fun activity now. So there is an activity named Real Story Behind. So I'll explain it to you. What exactly is it? So you will be given a situation, a random situation, imaginary one, and you have to create a behind the scene for it. That will also be imaginary, of course, if the situation is imaginary. So you will have 1 to 2 minutes to explain or talk about that behind the scene in front of the audience. So I'll give an example as well. For example, if I'm on the stage and I'm given a situation that my book became a bestseller, and by sheer serendipity, I had the chance to do lunch with Charles Dickens to talk about it. So this is my imaginary situation. Now, if I come on the stage and I talk about behind the scene, so what could be behind the scene? I might have struggled writing, I might have written two flop books before that, or it could be positive also. It's not necessary it will be negative or all struggles. It could be positive that I made a lot of friends from my writing group. A lot of people supported me. You can say in positive light or negative light, however you prefer. So you can have 1 to 2 minutes approximately. It is not timed like a table topic section, which we'll have after that, but approximately keep in mind 1 to 2 minutes so that a lot of people can take a chance. So who would like to volunteer for this first?
I can go, Vidushi. Sounds interesting.
Sure. So it's rhythm, right?
Yeah, rhythm. Yeah.
So, Rhythm, your situation is I was living the dream in the US, earning a hefty salary and enjoying a good life. This is your situation. You can plan your behind the scene.
Okay.
You can take 10 seconds. Don't go beyond that.
Yeah, yeah. Yep. So my story started when I was graduating from my college. I looked at a lot of my friends who were passing out. They were getting jobs in Google, Microsoft, all the different top tech companies of the world. And in this whole cycle, one of my closest friend also got an opportunity to in work in Amazon, and he got the offer in US. So he was my best friend from the beginning. We have been together since childhood, and although I was happy for him that he will be going and work in such a good company, at the same time, I also had some bit of pain, getting separated from him. So at that moment, I also had this dream that I will one day I'll also go to US and will stay with my friend, will stay in the same circle. So I started my professional journey, and while I was working in my company, I also got a job. While I was working in that company, luckily, as they say, like when you wish something, it also comes true when you wish something honestly. So 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 I also got a chance to go and work in US, and I met my friend. Like thereafter, I also got a lot of opportunities. We lived happily, and every weekend or two we meet uh we meet with each other and we stay happy. Yeah, thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Rhythm, for sharing the happy story.
Yeah.
So, moving ahead, who would like to volunteer?
Yeah, we do have a guest.
Sure. Yeah. All right. So your situation is my friend said I was glowing during my fitness transformation. My friend said I was glowing during my fitness transformation.
I was in the sense like my fitness transformation. Right?
Your friend. Your friend was saying.
My friend was saying my fitness transformation. During my fitness transformation. Okay. So once again, I've got a topic that is very close to my heart. Last time, a couple of you remember that I got the topic related to public speaking, and I shared a story related to mine, where I basically graduated from being a very shy introvert to I'm still shy and still an introvert, but at least being able to come up on the stage and talk a bit. Again, this is a story. I think it was during my seventh grade as well. No, actually, it was during the COVID phase where I remember looking at the mirror and feeling very fat and feeling not feeling myself, right? So most of the people during the COVID phase actually got into the obesity or basically got into the wrong things, junk food, etc., not exercising. But for me, it was a cultural change because I realized that I couldn't live on like this. And I know this was supposed to be what do you say, an imaginary situation, but I've sort of related it to mine because it's a very personal experience for me. So I think yeah, from the 9th, 10th standard, I really started working hard. Stopped. I used to eat a lot of sweets and a lot of chocolates during those days. Right, I couldn't go a day without eating chocolates. But after that point, I completely cut down my sweets. I completely cut down any junk food. Started exercising at home initially during COVID. Then obviously I was a sporty person, but I never actually focused on my fitness that much. So I brought that up. I started focusing on my fitness, started going on regular runs, and well, obviously it was only a matter of time before my friends, my colleagues, and my family started to see the change in me. And I definitely got a lot of compliments, a lot of, especially after COVID, when I was seeing a lot of them after a long time, people could recognize me because I was a completely changed person. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your story. So moving ahead, do we have any other volunteer?
Yeah, we do have a Toastmaster.
Sure. So your situation is I posted a photo with my spouse on Instagram captioned couple goals.
That's a good one. Right. As you all know, Instagram is always envious. It is real versus real. And same thing happens to all of us. Couple goals, BFFs, everything. I posted a picture with my husband, hashtag couple goals, and an hour later, we fought like cats and dogs. Why? Just because it was my birthday and he had to go to office. We had whole evening planned and everything, and he said, "Oh, I can't make it out of my office today because my boss has called and everything." That actually put things into perspective. That what you see on Instagram versus what is happening in our own lives, it's always envious. We feel that we can't reach that goal. They seem so happy. But really, are they really happy? We work really hard to be with a person for your rest of your life. There are so many differences, different family, different culture you have come from. Even if, like, for myself, ours is a love marriage. And we are so different people, two different people. He's like the most aggressive and outgoing person, and I'm a bit shyer person. And it becomes sometimes an amalgamation of different interests. Like he wants to go out and I want to sit in and paint, right? So it becomes, it takes a lot of effort and understanding to make these couple goals. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So moving ahead, I think I leave space for the table topic master for the rest of the fun session. So it's time to now invite to invite our table topic master, which is Toastmaster Siddharth. So Toastmaster Siddharth, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Viviti. So good afternoon, all.
Good afternoon.
So first, I'd like to congratulate Toastmaster Prince for his icebreaker. It was a really great speech. And moving on to the second section of our meeting, the table topics. So this section is pretty interesting one, where I'll be giving you few situations on which the speaker has to speak for a minute or two based upon their experiences, and they'll share their experiences with us. So I'll like our experienced Toastmasters to step in so that our guests can get an idea. And yeah, so anyone from the online audience as well? Come on,
I
guys.
would like to. I would like to.
Okay, Toastmaster Nidusha. So the situation is, if you were given few extra hours in a day, so what will you do? I'll repeat again. If you were given few extra hours in a day, what you will do? Over to you.
Good morning, my dear Toastmasters. And I exactly got a topic which I really wish to. The more hours, we always think that more hours, more work. More hours, more efficient that we will get. So as I'm currently living in India, like all alone, no families, nothing. I'm the only one. So I need to take care of myself, my studies, my health, and everything. You know, though I'm a young girl, this is the first time after coming to India. This is the first time I started to cook. I started to clean my bed. I started to do all the things together because when we are at home, we always have someone, especially our parents, to feed us, to give, this is your tea, ma'am, like that. Though in a very sarcastic way, that's the reality. But when I came to India for the first time, I really didn't have the ability of time management. So I always wish God that I should have extra hours to do my stuff, to extend my day. So this is what I really felt. If I have more hours, maybe I can do my studies, my work in a very relaxed way. Maybe I can have some hobbies too. But unfortunately, it won't come to the reality. Therefore, what I do was I started to practice time management, which really gave me a sense of having extra time. To the reality, I can't have extra more like 28 hours or 25 hours, I can't have. But if we start to manage our time, maybe we can feel that we have more time to do more things. So, for example, we are managing time in this weekend, Saturday, while we are concerning about the home, work, and our skill management. So time management is equal to more hours in my sense. Over to you.
Thank you, Nidusha. I think so. Your speech was very, very productive. So if anyone will ask me what I will do in my, if I would have given a few hours, so most definitely I'll say I'll sleep a lot. I like sleep. So moving on to the next. So any volunteer online or videos? Yes. Those Mr. Sagar. So the situation is, describe a moment when you stepped out of your comfort zone. Tabletop master, fellow master, and esteemed guest. Good afternoon. I went to Qatar in 2018, and I was working as a cybersecurity professional. I had cleared CISSP exam, which even today very few people in India have done it. So I wanted to join a chapter. The member body is ISC Square, which has chapter in Delhi, Bangalore, and the US several parts. In Qatar, I told them that I wanted to join the chapter, and they said, "Sagar, there is no chapter. However, if you want to, build a chapter, we will support you." And on my behalf, they sent the emails out to all the CISSP over there that Sagar is building a chapter in Qatar. Why don't you join? And it was so fortunate. So many people, like especially in the Middle East, Dubai and Qatar, series people, they started giving, some place like arranging places like this to conduct meetings. Somebody arranged, snacks and all. And I eventually became, the president of the chapter, which was completely out of my comfort zone. And today, based on that chapter, I got connection, and I eventually become Chief Information Security Officer for a bank in Qatar. And when I came back in India, I'm now started my own company, Secure Strike. And parallelly, I thought like, why not I use this experience of mine and build a separate chapter here with a commercial one. So I launched a Breach Brigade. And today, Breach Brigade has around 250 members. I have C-level executives like CISO of Indigo Airline, CDO of AIMS, and whatnot. And very soon we are going to conduct our first event with Index. So thank you very much. Thank you for sharing your experience. So for me personally, stepping out of my comfort zone is, of course, one of the biggest fear I have is public speaking. So that was one of my thing why I joined Toastmasters. So if anyone would ask you what was your situation, what was your thing that you are stepping out of your comfort zone is, standing in front of such a great experience, people and speaking is my situation of stepping out of the comfort zone. So any next volunteer which would like to, any online or, yes, please. Welcome to Master. So the situation is, if fear doesn't exist, what would you try today? And I'll repeat again. If fear doesn't exist, what would you try today? So,
Fear is the greatest enemy to kill the dreams. There are many people who have a lot of talent, not just about me. I see people in my job, in my colleagues, that they have a lot of confidence, but somehow something is stopping them, and I call it fear. If I talk about one of my friend, he's working in the same company from last 5 years. He could make a lot of money, to be honest, because I have seen his communication skills. It's extraordinary, but somehow the fear is stopping him. Similarly, if I talk about my personal experience, we all have some kind of fears, and I also fear from few things, and I'm trying to overcome. So in my life, if I talk about the greatest fear is about, if fear doesn't exist, so I will start content creation on Instagram, which I'm delaying from last more than 1 year. I know that I have good ideas, I can share the stories, but somehow few things are stopping me, and I'm trying to overcome, and that is why I joined this club, so that I can overcome my fear and I can start my journey as a content creator. Because at the end, we all want to express ourselves in a better way. Maybe somebody is doing in business or somebody is doing in other fields, and similarly, I also want to do that. And if fear doesn't exist, I believe that I can do best thing or I can achieve great things in content creation. And now I'm learning to grow. How can I be a good content creator? And I'm trying to connect to people who have already similar mindset, so that I can start my journey. And I already have determined that soon I'm going to start from 1st of August. This month I decided that I have to take action. So I decided from 1st of August I will be starting posting videos. Thank you.
thank you. Any other volunteer? Online audience? So the situation is, what does success mean to you? Not by society's definition, but yours. What does success mean to you? Not by society's definition, but yours.
Okay. So success, I believe, can come through various things. As simple as finishing one task a day, or a major milestone in your life. But for me, success comes from every day achieving what I have set for myself for the next day. It can be a very simple thing. For example, I tend to be very lazy and tend to oversleep quite a few days, especially when I have nothing on my mind, nothing the next day, uh, like college or other meetup. So one greatest success that arrive that basically I feel is waking up the next day on time and getting my schedule, getting my day on. Another success that I believe is very vital to me and one that I consider as a success is coming here every Saturday. Obviously, it's only been 3 weeks now, but I try to push myself every day to come on a Saturday morning and try to come up on stage eventually and try to discuss my ideas on the various topics that I give to. And hopefully, these little successes will eventually turn into one big success sometime or later.
Thank you, guest. So, as rightly said by him, small steps add up to make a huge step. So, moving next. So, any other volunteer which should like to come?
Yes, Arjun. Arjun.
Arjun. Okay. Toastmaster Arjun. Okay. Your situation is technology bringing us closer together or further apart?
Your voice is not audible. If you could be a little louder.
The situation is technology bringing us closer together or further apart? Is technology bringing us closer together or further apart? Over to you, Arjun.
So it seems that it is bringing us closer because I'm able to attend this meeting because Zoom is available, there's internet. I'm not part of the physical meeting, but still I can attend. Internet is bringing the world together. And business is expanding, people are coming closer, there's advancement in technology. So apparently, externally, it appears as if technology is bringing people together, but the truth is something else. Now, when a family member, when all the members in the family, they're sitting together across a dining table and having dinner. So they are together within the same room across the dining table, but actually all of them are hooked onto their mobile phone. On one hand, they are taking their meals, and on the other hand, they have their mobile phone. They are in social media. They are trying to connect with their friends, their people, their well-wishers, their fans. Every moment they wait for the notifications that the video which I just uploaded, was it liked by people or not? So this proves that although technology is bringing people together, bringing countries together, but the fact of the matter is that it is keeping us apart from each other. It is not allowing us to actually get into the lives of others. We are too much self-centered and too much into our social media friendship. So the answer would be that it appears as if it is bringing, but actually it is not. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arjun. Any other volunteer we have? So your situation is, what is one value you will never compromise on? What is one value you will never compromise on? Go to you, Toastmaster. There are a lot of things in our life we don't want to compromise. Said the greater emphasis on these days given to the childhood, because the values that we uproot into them, they become their life values and they act and behave similarly. The social events that we see in these days
particularly the youngsters, the people in their adolescent age, they are into such a huge, heinous crime. We see it everywhere in the media, social network over here. The root cause of it is because they are not imparting the right value at the right time. No matter whatever the laws you make up, you will try to bring them down. But the moment they are out, they're again in the same atmosphere because their mindset and the values are not uprooted in them at the right time. I would say that's the integrity. The number one that we keep us close to. The another is the values to respect every human being that we are using in this, materialistic world. Everyone is approaching each other with the, what is in for me? We're not, one human being is not valuing the value of another human being. What is happening across the geography, you see what is happening in Gaza, what is happening in Ukraine. These countries are never supposed to be, face hunger in the 21st century. They're so much rich, so much prosper. But the people, the young, the kids, even I heard the infants are dying out of hunger to these rich and prosperous countries over there. So integrity, to be content with yourself, and that values can be important only at a very young age. It's very difficult to match someone when you are, already big certain. Thank you.
Can you hold it down on the kilometers?
So the situation is, if animals could talk, which would be the most interesting to talk?
Can you repeat that?
If animals could talk, which would be the most interesting to talk to?
Hi, everybody. The most, we asked me now, the first animal, if animal could talk, the first is dog. So my Sagar have a dog, I mean. When I come to the office, I just run away and me, like stabbing my, he just want to be on my, what we call it, what we call it, yeah, this lab, and I just he just smiles. At the second, he just always calls my, just scratching my jeans, and then, speech. And sometimes when I eat food, just like, again, scratching, please give me food, I want it, I just want it. Then again, I just give him a chapati, just small chapati, just throw it, eat again. Give me food. And I take the dog, and then not the dog, like every birds, whenever I get up in my house, like in the backyard, there was rabies, and whenever I wake up, the sounds of birds, the chirping. I suppose if they can speak, it's very good to be. Their sounds are very beautiful, just like just alarm for me. I think that's it for today, and thank you so much for having me.
I can.
Toastmaster Vikshadhar. So the situation is, what is one invention you wish existed today? One invention that existed, you wish existed today.
No. People will not know us, which I don't want.
So I'll give you another topic. It's an easy one. So, what would you change if you were the Prime Minister for one day? So, what would you change if you were the Prime Minister for one day? So, it must have been.
If I am the Prime Minister for one day, one thing I would definitely change, and I actually don't know, I still the thought that's on my mind in ages. I think as we all have a standard salary, right? So if we, for their PhD, we all have a standard salary. If this person has to get this, the starting salary is fixed, okay? Be it from best of the universities, okay? But why don't we have a labor laws for all these people who are BPL and the BPL actually? So in case a maid has come or any other person who is in need of a job, we should have a standard salary for them as well. But then instead of that, we try to negotiate them. But why should we negotiate? Suppose if I'm passed out from the best university, I will definitely ask for 1 crore. Okay. If somebody says, Diksha, I'm offering you 99, I'm like, why? I'm not going to take it out. But why don't we have the same laws for them as well? Because I don't think so. In India, we have a standard laws for them. So if I'm the president, I would definitely have a law, at least for them, so that they can actually have a voice and they can tell people that this is the fixed salary for us. In case you want us to work for you, then this is the fixed salary. Apart from that, we won't need to do it. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It was very well said. Did you see? Okay, so over to Toastmaster Diksha. Thank you.
So thank you, Toastmasters Pradhan, for taking up the PTM for today. And since Vidushi had a call, so she had to drop out. So I'll be taking as of now just for the brief time. And today, as the topic said, that it's behind the scenes. Okay, so let me tell you my story today. So yesterday I was chatting with our staff and Toastmaster Saurabh, and he reminded I think this whole week he reminded me thrice or more than thrice that please Diksha get the webcam. Okay, and I told him yes, I will get the webcam. It's just next to my laptop. Okay. And I booked my cab and I was just about to reach here and I told the cab driver that you have to take a U-turn. And he said, what? We are about to reach the destination. I said, no, I cannot compromise on this because I promised somebody that I will get something for him. Okay? I have to get it. Go back and collect it. So again, I went back home, collected the webcam, and this is what it's about. And finally, I reached destination 11:20. I made it, but this is what my behind the story scenes for today's Toastmaster. And I like to congratulate Chaminka for taking up the general director role. Today, she's the first time she's taken up the role. So congratulations on that. And before I start, so I would like to hand over the stage to Chaminka so that she can at least tell us the evaluation for the day.
I think Vidushi has left. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vidushi, for such an inspiring session. So let's start with the first evaluation. I would like to invite Toastmaster Medusha to evaluate Toastmaster 10 stage. Over to you, Toastmaster Medusha.
Thank you, Toastmaster.
Okay.
Toastmaster Prince Jinta. This is your first of all, I would like to see him in the screen. Can I? Okay, I hope he's seeing. Okay, that's okay. Thank you so much. And yeah. Yeah. Toastmaster Prince Jinta. First of all, I would like to give a standing ovation to him for a first speech that he did. Toastmaster Prince Jindal, this is your first speech, and I appreciate your courage to start your public speaking journey. When it comes to your speech, you start with a question and pause for a second for the answer. This is the quality of a speaker to listen to the audience. So for that, I appreciate you. And following that, you said, I will do my best to give my best. So this shows that you are the person who throws the towel. So you prove that try, one day you can fly. So your journey is an example for that proverb, right? And this is you are. According to your story, that small mosaics can create an art. So this is actually an inspiring for me. I'm learning from you. how you started your journey, how you're continuing, and how you entered the Toastmasters club. This shows the flow of your story where you use the technique of storytelling to connect with audience. As a first speech that you did, this is the best start that you delivered. Finally, you moved. Why Toastmasters? To come out of my comfort zone. So you asked one question, you answered your own, you gave your own answer. Again, you prove that you are a learner and you are a go-getter. So which is really appreciable. And if you want to reach the pinnacle of mountain, you need to break down your hindrance too. So for that, I would recommend you to improve and enhance your speech in a next level. I suggest that you can use your hand gestures to show the audience that you're confident and comfortable. I observed that you're holding your mobile and you were like very concerned with your hands, right? So this will give a first impression of yourself that you are really nervous, you are not confident about the content. Even though you're confident, your hand gestures or your movement will show that you are nervous. So as a speaker, you don't have to show that in front of the audience. So just improve your hand gestures while you're speaking and use the stage. You have a very beautiful hall, except us in online. You guys have a very beautiful meeting room and you have a space. You can use it wisely. You can divide your stories into parts, like for example, 3 parts: your personal life, your working life, your Toastmasters journey life. So you can like divide your stage and you can connect with the audience. So this is what I suggest. And with that, to add kind of to add more sugar, not more, a little bit sugar in your tea, just smile and be welcoming. Like you just say, my dear audience, my like young ladies and handsome gentlemen, like that. You can use the vocabs that you like. So start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. That's what I always wanted to say. So again, I would mark, I mean, emphasizing that good points that you have is great content, storytelling skill, and you have very good flow. You are really fluent on your story. And recommendations for improvement, I would say stage usage, hand gestures, and be confident what you are talking. So I hope you got the points that I recommended. And thank you so much, everyone, for this evaluation opportunity. And over to you.
Thank you so much, Nitusha, for your candid feedback, and this would really help me to improve on my next speech. Thank you.
I'm looking forward for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster, for the detailed explanation, detailed feedback. Now let's hear from our role player who was silently observing the meeting. So I would like to call Toastmaster Vidhanshu for the timer.
First of all, I would like to say thank you for concluding the meeting on time. And I came again with my timeless report, okay? So everybody use the time wisely. For the prepared speech, Toastmaster Prince Jindal took 6 minutes and 28 seconds. For table topic speeches, the Toastmaster Nidusha took 2 minutes and 13 seconds. For Toastmaster Sagar, he took 2 minutes and 4 seconds. For guest Andit, Adyant. So guest Adyant took 1 minute and 18 seconds. He took more time. Toastmaster Arjun, he took 1 minute and 46 seconds. Toastmaster Anurag, he took 1 minute and 50 seconds. Toastmaster Saurav, he took only 1 minute and 15 seconds. He could also use the time. He has more time. For Toastmaster Dikshita, she also took 1 minute and 15 seconds, which she could use more. For Speech evaluation, Toastmaster Nidasha, she took 4 minutes and 7 seconds. She had more time, but she concluded just in 4 minutes and 7 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you. 3 minutes. 2 minutes. Yeah.
That's okay.
Now I would like to invite Toastmaster Solo for a counter report.
Thank you so much. Welcome back with my detailed report. First, Toastmaster Prince, congratulations for your icebreaking speech. Toastmaster Prince, you used so what more than 5 times. You know what more than 5 times are 5 times. For tabletop, Toastmaster Nidusha, you used so what 2 times. Toastmaster Sagar, you used so what 1 time. You know what 2 times. Toastmaster Vivanshu, you used so what 2 times. Guest Adyan, you used 2 times, so 1 time. Toastmaster Arjun, you used so 2 times. Toastmaster Anurag, you used you know what 3 times, so 1 time. And Toastmaster Saurabh, I think, sorry for that, I have no words. Toastmaster Dixita, you used so 1 time. For evaluator, Toastmaster Nirdusha, you used so 4 times, you know what 1 time. That's my report. Back again to the general evaluator, Toastmaster Pramila.
My Toastmaster Ikshita for the grammar.
First of all, congratulations. All of you are actually eloquent speakers because really, I was looking for the grammatical errors. There were none. Sometimes I myself have felt that when I speak in front of audience, I know the grammar mistakes that I am making, and I correct on the spot. But that's not recommended because people might have not noticed it, and when you correct on the spot, people notice it, right? And I've seen that every one of you were actually very fluent in your English. So I have no observation there. For you, there's just one thing. I think you mentioned the Kalpana Chawla. So the Kalpana Chawla, I think what was her lesson? What was it called? I don't know. Yeah, so you mentioned that the Kalpana Chawla's flight got, space shuttle, yeah. So we can't use the Kalpana Chawla. So that was, I know it, you already knew it, but in the fluent, see it. And the best thing in your speech was the use of opaque places. That was a very interesting phrase that I heard. I liked it. And we use serendipity twice in the meeting and the idiom once. So, yeah, great job, guys. Thank you.
Thank you all the players for the insightful report. Now I will share the highlights of the overall meeting. So first of all, what an amazing session, and we wrap up the session on the time. So our Toastmaster Saurabh Sarjan announced took a deep breath and began the meeting with full of confidence, and he is improving by leaps and bounds. Toastmaster Dikshita warmly welcomed all the new guests and members. And one thing I love about you is that you always keep everyone involved in participating and encouraging the guests. So that's good job. Then comes our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vidushi. So first of all, thank you so much for the amazing theme behind the scene. And Toastmaster Vidushi kept the audience engaged by asking a lot of questions. So that was great. Small recommendation, if I could give, he could have explained more about some content related to behind the scenes and share some personal story. So it was looking like impromptu, like table topic speech instead of table team mode. So this is a small recommendation. And next is our table topic master, Toastmaster Siddharth. First of all, congratulations for taking this role first time. So, topic was short and clear. That an amazing job. And you added your thoughts after each table topic. So that's good job. One recommendation for you, like you could have introduced your TDM session for the help of the guest, like what's the benefit of this, why it is important to as a table topic master. And then what are table topic speakers? So Toastmaster Nebusha, you shared your perspective on time management. So good job on that. Toastmaster Sagar, you share your personal experience of how you stepping out of your comfort zone. So that was great. Toastmaster Vivanshu, your topic was if fear does not exist, what would you try today? And you share your thoughts on that, like you share your thought on that, and all the best. Finally, you are going to start your content journey very soon. So all the best in advance. Guest Adyant, you were also very confident and great speaker. Toastmaster Arjun, you shared your opinion on technology, like how it's keeping like technology keeping people and countries together, but reality is something else. Like it actually doing us apart from each other. And Toastmaster Anurag, your topic was what is one value that we will never compromise. You shared your thoughts on that, so you were very confident and good job on that. Toastmaster Saurav and Dixita, again, like good job on that. You shared your opinion on the topic which was given to you. Now comes evaluator Toastmaster Nidusha. So you were excellent. You gave the positive and encouraging feedback to speaker and gave improvement suggestions that we could take back and incorporate in the next speech. So kudos to you on that. Then our timer Toastmaster Vibhanshu shared the detailed report. I like the way you showed the cards consistently. And one small recommendation is you may highlight people name like who were over the time just to keep the report short. So that's one recommendation for you. And then counter Toastmaster show. You had a comprehensive report, so good job on that. And yeah, you are very confident. Then our Grand Toastmaster Ishita, you were very clear and detailed, and yeah, so good job on that. Small recommendation, like on the good uses, you could have you like call out the people name who use the good uses in this species. So that's the small information for you. So overall, that's an amazing session. We learned a lot today. And now over to you, Toastmaster Nikita.
So before I begin, I just like to announce that we have already posted the voting link. So kindly vote for your favorite group this. And we do have a guest. First, Achin, can we hear from you? Achin, can you hear me?
Yes, Dikshita, and I saw your message just now. Thank you. Okay.
Introduce yourself, Achin. Yeah.
Can you hear me okay?
Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, yes. Yeah, this is Achin Gupta, and I believe I know Ishita from Gurgaon Toastmasters Club. I have been scouting some clubs for last couple of weeks. What suits me the best in terms of timings and in terms of proximity, etc. So I think there are clubs on various locations, various timings. That's great. We have all the choice in Gurgaon, right? So I've been part of Toastmasters before. Long back, I was outside India. Now I just came here and I thought, okay, it's a great it just reckoned one day. I was just on the bed. Okay, I need to get in line again. I need to mingle with people. It's all work from home. I need to get that rhythm again. So it's kind of a great journey, and I like to see people. But I see and feel that even if it is a part of corporate journey, that we talk to people on a daily basis, but when it comes to table topics or impromptu things, you are always slouching. Okay, what next? Do we have to speak or not? It's always there, even if it's there. So it's a great thing, and I hope I decide very quickly which one I need to join and not be a guest. So a small introduction from me. Thank you. I can't hear.
Thank you so much for the lovely introduction, Achin, and hope to see you in the upcoming meetings as well. Not as a guest, though.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Can we hear from Toastmaster guest Ishita? Ishita. Oh, yeah. Like, how did you feel about the meeting? Yeah, of course. Pros and cons.
I think this is a very well organized group. Even with such small numbers, we are actually, taking care of all the nitty-gritties of a good Toastmaster meeting, and that's wonderful. And secondly, with this level of, the best thing that I noticed with the club is that you all are very, you have a very strong hold on your language. Because when I see Toastmaster, people come from different backgrounds and they are still learning their English speaking. But here it is, you're already there, right? You just need to get this opportunity to come on stage and polish your skills. But language-wise, you're really good. And secondly, I think you all are like Toastmasters, right? Only two guests are there. So it is even better because your 80-20 ratio is because I see people joining in. And the best part is the evaluators, Nirbusha, great job. Like your evaluation was amazing.
She was so.
Yeah, it was amazing. You followed CRC approach very good. And even I learned from your evaluation. So thank you for that. And G, you actually had noticed so small things that sometimes we miss. So great job. I just loved today's session. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. So one thing I really liked about Ishita, and I want to highlight that Ishita messaged me in I think last week, and she told me she heard about our Toastmaster through Sanchita. Yeah. So Sanchita is also Toastmaster, and she's my friend since I met her at Toastmaster, and we became friends. Okay, and then she told me like, Diksha, I'd like to attend one of your meetings. Since I'm in that spree where I'm not trying to differentiate between member and guest. So first question I asked, are you a member or guest? She's like, no, I'm a guest. I'm a member, a Toastmaster member, but I've been referred through Sanchita. I said, okay. And the second question I really liked about her, do you have any roles which I can take it up? I said, wow. Like, definitely, just please join us. Thank you so much for joining us today. Like to hear from our guest, Tarun. Tarun, would you like to come here?
It was a great session. I enjoyed a lot. Every time, like every Saturday, when there is a meeting, there is a hesitant that should we go? It is Saturday morning. We should rest or join online or let's sleep. But at the end of the meeting, I think that we should never if we can go, we should always attend this meeting. And every time there is some new thing to learn.
Thank you so much. And let's hear from our youngest guest, Arjun.
Hello everyone, I'm Arjun, and it was a great session once again. One of the best things I love about Toastmasters is the different topics that come to the table, right? So even the main agenda of the meeting, plus the different table topic discussions,
every one of them is very unique, and it basically gives us insights on different areas of our mind to think about. So that is one thing that I really like about it. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Before I announce the best role players, I like to announce that Nirdusha has joined us as a Toastmaster. Big congratulations for it. And I really love the evaluation. I think you can be a good evaluator because your evaluation was spot on today. Great job on that.
Thank you so much.
So Nidusha, before you just start on your journey, can you just take the oath of a Toastmaster, please?
Yeah, sure. As a member of Toastmasters International and my club, I promise to attend club meetings regularly, new member experience to prepare all of my projects to the best of my ability, basing them on Toastmasters education program, to prepare for and fulfilling meeting assignments, to provide fellow members with helpful and constructive evaluations, to help the club maintain the positive, friendly environment necessary for all members to learn and grow, to serve my club as an officer when called upon to do so, to treat my fellow club members and our guests with respect and courtesy, to bring guests to club meetings so they can see the benefits of Toastmasters membership offers, to adhere to the guidelines and rules for all Toastmaster education and recognition programs, to act within Toastmasters' core values of integrity, respect, service, and excellence during the conduct of all Toastmasters.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nidusha, for taking that oath. And good to see you, Toastmaster Arjun. And Arjun, are you there? Okay, all right. So let me announce the favorite role pairs now. All of you voted, right? Yeah. Just vote. It's in the guest link. I've added you. Just see. Can you just go? Just search. Yeah. No. Guest. Just search guest. Actually, were you able to vote? You didn't get to
Sorry,
vote.
it was a question to me.
Yeah, are you able to vote?
I think yes, I just saw the link.
I think maybe we can this group. Okay, let me just send you the link. I've just sent you. Okay. Let's go forward. Okay, now we've received 12. All right. So best role player is timer Vivanshu, our counter Toastmaster Saurav, and grammarian Toastmaster Ikshita. Any guesses? Grammarian Ikshita. Guys, please clap. Thank you.
Okay, photo. All right.
Oh, photo, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot. Best role player, T1 Toastmaster Vidushi, TTL Toastmaster Siddharth, and General Evaluator Toastmaster Kavinka. Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vidushi. Best speaker is Toastmaster Prince. Thank you. Best speech evaluator Toastmaster Nidulcha.
Thank you.
You can't be. And.
Is it okay?
Yeah, you can take a screenshot or somebody else can click it here. From here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There's nothing. Thank you. Best table topic speaker, Toastmaster Nirdusha, Toastmaster Sagar, Toastmaster Vivanshu, guest Adyan, Toastmaster Arjun, Toastmaster Anurag, Toastmaster Saurav, and Toastmaster Nishan. Yes, Toastmaster Sagar and Toastmaster Saurav. Thank you everybody for joining the meeting 481 and making this meeting successful. Today, when I actually got up in the morning and I got so many news, like I got so many notifications that this person is not coming, that person is not coming, and I was a bit upset. Oh my God, I missed my plan because of this, and then now everybody has backed off. So I was wondering who will come. So finally, I messaged her like, "Are you coming or not?" I don't know, like, if she's also coming or not. So that was the first thing that came to my mind. But before I end of today's meeting, I would just like to announce that's the award which is going on in Toastmasters, which is called I Inspire Award. Okay, since July month is already gone, we just have August right now. Okay, so it is a contest going on from July 1st to August 15th, and the award is called I Inspire Award, where you can get your friends or anybody you know would be interested in Toastmasters, and if they become members, you will be given some goodies. So there will be like there's a competition going on right now. If you have, if you like introduce one person, you will have get something. Hampers are there. Not sure about the hampers, but there are goodies for sure. So let's make our club grow and let's introduce more Toastmasters and make it and make sure that we achieve our respective targets as we have set for this year. So let's sure that we make this club grow. Thank you so much for attending the meeting. Let's have Zoom. I just turn.